you were asking me why I was positive thinking, and I told you, or why I've been thinking more positively. I told you it's not really positive thinking. It's just that power of belief thing. When I heard that your human body is the only thing that can program itself in the world, that's insane. You literally control where you want to go, what you want to do. So what I've been doing is I've been just telling myself, like, instead of, I'm finished, like, there's no way I can do this, right?
Yeah.
Just tell yourself, it sounds so cringe or whatever, or corny, I don't know.
That doesn't matter. Corny doesn't exist.
Yeah. Okay, it's cheesy or whatever, but it's like, if you tell yourself I can do this, then the shift in your mindset, it's insane. And I've seen it happen so many times to me. For example, there's just one instance where I was just hiccuping or something, and then I was like, because you can stop hiccups. There's a there's a proven way to stop hiccups.
Yeah, you breathe in and you hold it.
So
you let it out through your mouth.
Yeah, but anyways, if you just tell yourself, I can't stop this, then one, you're not even gonna make that effort to try to stop it.
Mm-hmm.
So I told myself, yeah, like these hiccups, I can stop these hiccups. Like what, like why is this going on? And then it just stopped. Okay, and then there was something else like that happened. It's just many instances. The hiccups is kind of bad. It seems like a small thing, or it could have just happened by coincidence. I can't remember the exact instances, but there were multiple things that happened that way where I was like, all right, you can do this. Like this is gonna happen. This will happen, and then it just happens.
Yeah. You know what that reminds me of? I mean, with this being a good day for the UFC, with the most anticipated featherweight matchup since Conor McGregor beat Jose Aldo. If we're thinking about Conor McGregor, I saw a thing where he was saying, back in the day, before he was rich, before he was successful, he just think to himself, he'd exactly visualize something. Like he said, he started with something as small as, he pulled up into a parking space in the mall, and he's saying, I strongly visualized that front parking space being open for me. And when it was open, I just celebrated it like I won the double title. But, when it wasn't open, I was like, oh, I have to believe harder next time. And the thing that's really remarkable about early Conor McGregor before all the fame was he would predict the way in which he would knock out his opponents. So he'd say, he's going to overextend his right hand, and I'll pull counter with the left hook. And he'd do it in that exact same way. When he beat Jose Aldo, he practiced the exact combination that knocked Jose Aldo out in 13 seconds. He practiced that combination in his locker room right before he walked out to the fight. Think of how insane that is.
Yeah.
I mean, he was thinking about doing that exact combination, and he knew that exact combination would knock down Jose Aldo.
It might even be a probability thing. When you convince yourself that something is going to happen the way it is, and you think it's the most probable outcome, for some reason it happens. I don't know.
Yeah, and I think that goes back with what I was saying in the beginning as well, where I said, instead of doing all this 10-step morning routine, just think of yourself as the person with the $40 million, the person that's achieved all your goals.
Yeah.
Let's take money out of the equation. You think of yourself as a person that's achieved all of your goals, and you think, what would that person be doing? And you just do that thing. I feel like naturally the world or the universe or God or whatever belief that you might have, I feel like that will just present itself to you.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. There's even a verse in the Bible where it's something like Jesus tells one of his apostles, like Paul or something. Well, actually, I don't want to say, who it is specifically because I don't remember. I'm just throwing it out there. But he tells him, pray for what you want and then behave like it already happened.
Mm-hmm.
And he's saying that's the way to get what you want.
Yeah.
So I feel like, there's a lot of things I can do in that. Maybe it is a probability thing. Maybe it can be explained.
Yeah.
But, at least when you believe that something's going to happen like that, there's obviously a higher chance of it happening than if you don't believe it at all.
Yeah.
Like, for example, I was saying this to, my cousin who plays.
Because then you start acting in the way that it will happen.
Yeah, exactly.
So maybe that's the reason.
Even I was talking to my cousin that plays tennis, and he was saying, this guy's so much better than me. He's been playing for 15 years. I'm like, yeah, you're going into that game with the assumption that this guy's way better than you.
Yeah.
Like, there's no possibility that you're going to win.
Yeah.
Compared to if you think, I'm going to beat this guy, there's still a possibility that you're going to win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's mindset. It's how it affects your mind and then how you act because of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think that's what it is. That's a better explanation than you know.
But I mean, as far as I know, it has a 100% success rate.
Yeah, same.
It just never. It just doesn't fail you. If you truly believe that something is going to happen, it just never fails you.
Yeah.
I think that's where you're saying your whole thing about the power of belief.
And almost you have to tell yourself that, so then you keep with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, repetition and all.
At?
I don't know.
54.
Okay. But, you know, I feel like we could extend this a little bit.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. We can.
We can, yeah. No, but, yeah. I mean, can we?
No, we can. You have to truly believe it.
Yeah, I believe we can extend this conversation.
Yeah. I'm envisioning ourselves going another 30 minutes.
All right, fine. Let's keep going.
All right.
So then, you know, in that case, yeah, it works for everything. Like Connor's was really strong in the way that he, you know, he just completely...
Having a little bit doubt now.
What?
I can't be doubtful.
Yes, you can't be doubtful at all. You have to believe it 100%.
Yeah.
But Connor had it in the way where, you know, I feel like it got lost after he got so many distractions. So maybe that goes back directly to our point at the beginning about just cutting off all the distractions and just focusing on specifically the thing that he was doing or the thing that you want to do.
Yeah.
You know, act like the person that's achieved all your goals, and you will achieve all your goals.
Yeah.
Like the universe will bring itself towards you.
Yeah. It's not even the universe almost. It's just if you
think of it as the universe, it is. If you think of it as yourself, it is. You know, if you think of it as God, that's also, it could be that as well.
I don't know if that works. If you think about it as in, if you think I'm gonna be this person, like let's go back to the business example. I'm gonna be the person that has whatever $40 million, and then you start acting in that way, then obviously it's gonna happen. I don't know if that's related to something like the universe or I think there's no mystery to me in that. It just makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense. But it can't. I mean, okay, you were saying after the Ram Mandir thing, you were saying, you know, everything that I wanted has happened since then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, I feel like
that's something different though. I don't know why that was. I can explain that for one context. So the day that. So in the city of Ayodhya in India, it's where Ram was born, and there was a temple there for centuries. Then when the Muslim invasions happened, that temple was destroyed and a mosque was built on that site. So then recently there was a huge Supreme Court case over it, and basically the Supreme Court decided, like Hindus have the right for this important site for this temple to be built there, and then we move the mosque somewhere else, right? Because it's almost okay.
It's been there for a while.
It's been there for a while, and it's an important site, is what I'm saying. So recently, January 22nd, I want to say.
It was recently.
January 22nd.
You don't have to specify it that.
January 22nd.
Just get to the point.
That temple was opened to the public. Okay, so on that day they had a ceremony. They unveiled the
idol.
Yeah, but it's not like idol like that.
Okay.
Yeah, right?
The people that will get it will get it.
Yeah. Okay. So they unveiled that, and on temples around the world, there was a ceremony for that. So I went to our local Hindu temple for that and participated in the ceremony, whatever, right? And then the day after that happened, and even on that day, you know, the day after it happened, just everything that I wanted to happen, I was thinking, oh, it would be great if this would happen. It would happen. It would be great if this would happen. It would happen.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just attributing it to maybe you had some subconscious belief that something would just happen. And it didn't,
I don't know.
Because I think it goes back to that Jesus thing as well.
Yeah.
Where he's saying, you know, pray for something that you want, or if it's obviously like, you know, pray for something that you want. And then
you're saying I subconsciously acted like it would happen.
Or he said just act like it happened already.
Yeah, but I didn't act like it happened. Like I was just like, oh, I really want this to happen.
I don't know. I don't know how that would be explained. Then.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, I mean, we don't need to explain everything.
Yeah.
Just leave some things as they are.
That's not our job.
Yeah. Yeah, but then I'm not sure.
We're just kids after all.
What?
Said we're just kids after all.
But also we're just not God.
Yeah.
We don't need to explain something like that happening.
Yeah.
You know,
actually, I'm not a kid anymore. I'm 18.
Yeah, I'm still a kid. I mean, your brain fully develops at 25. So, I'd say I'd consider myself a kid until my brain fully develops. Honestly, though, my brain's not gonna ever stop developing.
I could go on a tangent from here, but
I'm an eternal brain developer.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Bet.
Yeah, but
just let it grow.
Yeah. So mega mind in my shaktis, bro. Have you seen like you know the meme where it's this guy and it's his brain is so big that he's just sitting on it, like it goes.
Oh yeah. He's sitting on it like a chair.
That's gonna be me. Yeah, but what's a tangent? Let me hear the topicality, and I'll decide if it's worth going through with or not.
What were you just talking about, bro?
Brain's going bigger.
Yeah, before that.
What? I said I'm an eternal brain developer. I said brain stopped growing at 25.
Oh, I was saying the reasons that I think I don't know in our text, like Hindu text, I think they specified an age when you should get married, when a male should get married and when a female should get married. And I think I'm not 100% sure on this, but the male age might be after when the brain develops fully.
Yeah, you might be onto something, but I say we hold that discussion for a future episode because this is like it's pretty off topic.
Yeah.
I feel like we crafted this for a certain audience, and it's not that audience.
Yeah. Is that a sign from God that we should end this episode?
Yeah, sure, let's end it.